referring to 2-3 days back a constant for pi that is also defined in some of the header files. Math.h you have different constants defined for different mathematical constants. Similarly here NULL defines the null value, that is no address is stored in PTR. So this is what it says, no value is stored in PTR. Okay, going ahead, basically this particular program requires this PTR1 also to be a pointer, and I will use null. Now some of you will have a question that why can't I just write 0 over here to indicate that it is it's having a value 0. The issue with having a value 0 over here for some pointer variable is that star ptr1 equals to 0 means star ptr में मैंने 0 value store किया, और as I told you pointer stores a memory address, it means that I am storing memory address 0. Okay, and in general in the 0th address by many of the operating system do not allow any user code to access this particular memory location. There are segments of primary memory which are accessible by the code, and there are certain segments in the primary memory which are not accessible by the code, and this particular memory location 0, most of the operating systems do not allow a user program to access that memory location, and that is why we have to evolve certain constant which actually will be used as an initial value. And why to use initial value? The use of initial value is very important because whenever we are not prepending any storage class before a variable, it is always an auto storage class variable. And if a variable is an auto storage class variable, these variables they do not get by default any initial value, whereas const, extern, and then I guess static, these storage class variables always are initialized with certain initial value by default, okay, explicitly or rather implicitly by the compiler, and I need not worry about it. Whenever I declare something as static, it is going to be initialized with 0 by default. Okay, since I am not prepending any storage class, automatically it is taken as auto, and auto storage class does not initialize itself. So as a programmer I have to be more vigilant in initializing it, although I can always try like this and there is no issue as such. Okay, whenever I write like this, that means star ptr1 will have some initial value present inside it, and star ptr over here on the other hand will not have any initial value present or associated with it, and that is exactly what this particular small code is reflecting. Okay, I have not given you any formal definition of PTR because that's not the purpose of the sessions. Purpose of the sessions is being able to use whatever we have learned already. So here I have declared first variable whose name is PTR, who is a pointer variable which is identified by this star, which is prepended to the variable name, which indicates to compiler that this variable is going to store a memory address rather than a value. That's enough for us as a programmer to understand what are pointers. Now going ahead, what this also does is not just declares this, it also initializes it with null value. Okay, NULL is a constant in the header file stdio.h. This constant initializes the pointer with nothing. Okay, actually it puts or clears the content of the pointer memory because it's a variable, right? PTR is a variable, so it itself will have some memory location, and that memory location whatsoever is contained inside that memory location is pointer to some other variable. Okay, that you need to understand. Now going ahead, what I am doing is printf the value of PTR is %p PTR. I am printing value of PTR. We saw yesterday that %p actually prints the address. %p actually prints the address. So I am printing the address of PTR, and I will also print. So before we execute this, or before we try executing this, we will also try and print address of PTR1 because we have 2 pointers here, right? So we'll print it. Now we are checking if PTR, okay, what that does is it tests whether PTR is storing any address or not. So technically, if I have initialized PTR as null, it should execute this if as true or false. It should execute it as false, because since it is not storing any value, this is going to evaluate as false, and I am going to print pointer is null. Okay, and for PTR1 this is going to be executed as true, because PTR1 has certain value, and then we'll be printing this particular part, that is PTR1 is not null. So we'll try and execute this and understand what is the role of initialization with null in a scenario where we are declaring a pointer. So what we are trying to do over here is we are declaring 2 pointers, star PTR and star PTR1. Both are pointer variables. First one, while declaring itself, I have initialized it as null, and then I am trying to print first variable's address, second variable's address, and then I am printing all the other things. So we'll see. We'll actually do 2 things. I'll also we'll do this only, and then we'll talk. Okay, we will possibly, yeah, that's good. We'll do execute it and we'll check what happens. Hopefully this executes. So the name of the file, I forgot. Name of the file is, okay, sorry, pointer underscore null dot c. Okay, pointer underscore null dot c. Pointer underscore null dot c. Okay, so this compiles well, so there is no error in typing, at least by me. Pointer underscore null. This I need to execute. Okay, so the value of PTR1 is nil. The value of PTR is nil. PTR1 is nil. Pointer PTR is null, and pointer PTR1 is also null. So now see what happens over here. Okay, so PTR1 I have not initialized, but still my compiler is telling me that it is having nil value. Okay, or there is nothing stored in that particular variable. Now I will do one thing. I will create an integer variable, another integer variable, say that is a. I will assign a value 10 to it, and then I will do a thing called as, I will write PTR1 equals to address of a. So we know that using this operator ampersand, I get an address of a variable. So there is an integer a defined by me now, and what I am trying to do is I am trying to assign PTR1 address of a, and now I am going to check it again what happens to this particular program. Okay. Now the value of PTR is nil, but PTR1 there is some particular address now that gets printed when I print PTR1. Okay, pointer PTR is null and pointer PTR1 is not null. So now here I am initializing PTR1 as the address of A. This is what I was trying to do. So now I will try and know if the value that this PTR1 prints and value that address of A gives me, are they same? So now please carefully look at what I am trying to do. So here I am trying to get the address of A and print that address. Here I am trying to print PTR1. So here I am trying to print the value that PTR1 has, and here I am trying to print the address of A. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do in this particular line. Just execute it as I compile it and execute it. So see, so PTR1 has value. Just note this 364. The addresses are bigger because I am running this on 64-bit machine, and the addresses are bigger. That way you are looking at so big address. in Turbo C3 you will get a 6-digit address print, 8-digit address printed. There will be 2 zeros at the beginning and there will be 6 digits address you will get, because the memory model that Turbo C3 editor uses is I guess 16-bit, if I am not wrong, because there have been a lot of time since I have worked with Turbo C3. So pardon me if it uses 32-bit, but this today the machine on which I am running this is a 64-bit architecture, hence the addressing is bigger. Okay, you will come to terms with these size of memory addresses and all when you learn a subject called as computer organization and architecture. Maybe next same that will be there for both of IT as well as com people. Okay, fine. Coming back to the discussion again, this particular first thing that we printed was, should I show you in sync? Yes, that would be better. So this is the line number 10 that we are printing. This is the line number 10's output. The first thing I am printing is content of PTR1, which is a memory address. That is why we are using %p, and this is an address of A, and I have assigned that address as a value in PTR. So please understand the fact that बहुत सारे लोगों को एक mental block होता है pointers के बारे में. Pointers are like normal variables. Only thing is that when I store something in PTR, that something should be a memory address that I should take care of. Now whatever I said initially, अगर आपको याद है तो मैंने ऐसे बोला था कि आई एम सेटिंग स्टार पीटीआर इक्वल्स टू नल. ये जो पहला लाइन नंबर 5 में किया है, और लाइन नंबर 6 में मैं उसको नल से असाइन नहीं करता. इसीलिए PTR1 जब मैं इफ PTR1 करूंगा, आई शुड गेट पॉइंटर PTR1 इज नॉट नल. लेकिन ऐसा हुआ नहीं. अगर आप आउटपुट देखोगे तो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट ऐसा हुआ नहीं. ये क्यों नहीं हुआ? बिकॉज this all depends on the compiler you are using. Some of the compilers, newer compilers for that sake, whenever you are actually using them, they will try to initialize the variables themselves if the programmer has not done it. And GCC is a very unique compiler that tries to analyze the code before it actually produces the output, and at that time it does all these things of optimizing code or code optimization. As part of code optimization, it itself converts certain loose ends or covers certain loose ends which are generally not coming under any sort of syntactical errors, or they are not going to be captured by any syntax checker. Syntactically this is correct. Logically it may lead to an error, but it can't generate a warning because you are just declaring a pointer, and that's allowed, fairly allowed by the compiler. Okay, but it's a loose end with respect to the security aspect of usage of pointer, and hence the compiler has itself made it null. Okay, but still all the discussion that I did initially will be correct for certain compilers that are prevalent, or the older compilers if you use. So on Turbo C3 you definitely would get the way I was explaining the output. Okay, I'm assured of that because Turbo C3 is a very old compiler. It was, I guess, maybe you can have a newer Turbo editor yourself, but वो जो blue वाला editor अगर आपने कॉलेज में use किया होगा, that is I guess Turbo C++ editor, and that editor, that IDE actually dates back to 2003 or 2002 version, which is a very old version. It uses 16-bit machine architecture or a machine model on which it tries to compile the code for, and hence you have all these older things. Nowadays the newer compiler, even the newer I have not tested it, but the newer model of the Turbo compiler would definitely have won't have this particular problem. Okay, now this is the benefit of taking lecture from home. You get to have tea in between lecture. Pardon me, but yeah, I had a sip of tea. You can also have a sip of water. Simultaneously hear me saying blah 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 about pointers. Okay, coming back to the discussion. This is another program which tries to demonstrate certain aspects of pointers.